Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at none other than the Generation 1 Decepticon leader Megatron. Only what we're going to be doing in this video is something just slightly different. What I'm going to be doing is mainly showcasing the particular packaging of the figure you see behind you, because this is quite a sought after piece. This is known as the MB Megatron, and on this channel I've already done a couple of Megatron videos as well. So this is mainly, and again that's also the main purpose of this channel, to help people identify different variants and just to educate people on them. This is mainly the main differences between the MB boxed Megatron and your standard Hasbro boxed Megatron. So while we're here, there is your usual Hasbro logo that you're used to seeing. We'll notice it says ages 5 and up, and it includes snap-on weapons and accessories. Whereas if we take the MB box, this is a European version, so that's again why it's so sought after. Obviously Hasbro huge around America and around the rest of the world, even though Milton Bradley is of course an American company. But what you notice under there, it's also recommending for you to be 2 years older, and it's in 4 different languages, and they are German, French, Dutch and Spanish. So what you can see is they were really trying to break into the European market with these particular figures, and that's basically what it is. As I say, Hasbro and Milton Bradley, they merged together in 1984, and they temporarily renamed themselves Hasbro Bradley, and it was used as MB's existing European distribution network to introduce Transformers to Europe. So on the top of this you'll notice that we've got 4 languages. There we go, and again it's all across the top of there. That's your transformation process, of course. Whereas obviously a Hasbro one is very, very simple. The one language, it just says change, change, change. So yeah, so what they did was they used the main distribution centre in Europe, which was pretty much Strasbourg, France, and they were able to release them through and around Europe at that particular time. The other thing to keep an eye out for, if I show you the back of this, is, well, there's quite a bit on the back to be honest, but what I want to show you first and foremost is underneath. So underneath the tech spec you've got the date, and then of course it'll say Pawtucket, and then you've got all these numbers, USA, all rights reserved, and it's made and printed in Japan. But this was of course your Hasbro one. It says Hasbro Industries right underneath there. Now on the MB boxed one, it doesn't say it underneath the tech spec. I'm going to come to the tech spec in a second, because you can see that's vastly different. It's actually printed underneath on the box there, and you can see it says Milton Bradley International, and there it's saying under universal copyright, and it's made in Strasbourg, France by CJ Revel. CJ is also the European maker of Transformers that distributed everything to the UK as well. So that's, as I say, some of the differences. We'll have a very quick look at the differences on the back, and that was of course the tech spec, which is right there. So you can see you haven't got much detail on it anymore at all, and basically it no longer has a verbal description of the character's abilities and weaknesses, just a translation of his function and his quote. And there on the other side there you've got, just as I say, exactly what it would say here on the Hasbro one. So it's just saying clip and save, use the special decoder inside to decipher your tech specs. So there's quite a few differences in the packaging. I think the main one obviously, and the one that makes it stand out, is, you know, no English in it pretty much at all. Yeah, and again that's why these are, I suppose, so sought after, because they were limited production, obviously in comparison to Takara, to CJ, and to Hasbro. Again, apologies for not doing any of the actual transformation on the camera. That's because, again, if you check out my other Megatron videos under Megatron Mondays, you will see a full transformation process. And if this is the first one you're watching, yes, it is possible to put his barrel behind him, and that's why I do it, because that is how he looks, of course, in the cartoons and under G1. One last thing to mention, and I just pointed out under there that it says that it was made in CJ. There is actually 2 MB variants around. I've only lucky enough to find this one. There's an even rarer one which says that it's made by Takara and made in Japan as well. So there's 2 versions, so that's crazy. So there you go. I hope you guys found this interesting. I've had a few questions on it. Well, in fact, I've had more than quite a few. As I've said, the toy itself, you know, you've got all the same pieces. I'll just show you it. We'll just show you the toy inside, and you can just see that everything is exactly as you'd expect to see. And for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be getting it out and transforming it. Again, that's on another video. So I hope you guys found this interesting. I know that some people didn't even realise that MB had actually made Transformers. When I briefly teased this on my Instagram, the amount of people who were like, I never even knew they made them, were really surprised. So hope this helped with a bit of information. Yeah, maybe if you're any of you lucky enough to have any MB Transformers, please let me know, either on this channel or on my Instagram, toys_rus, because I love seeing them. I love seeing loads of variants. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you found it informative, and of course, take care.
Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.